everyone! Last week we talked about Eloturno in the context of constructed play, what he gets when he starts adding red or yellow to his blue arsenal, and this week we'll talk about Lucy in the same way. But before that, the Kickstarter campaign for Hyper Juken is currently live, so if you like today's video and want to give Hyper Juken your support, link is in the description. In Hyper Juken, constructed play is a bit like alchemy for some characters, the law of equivalent exchange. This was by design. You give up something to gain something else, and this couldn't be more true of a fighter like Lucy, whose own identity is less tied to colour identity than other characters. She could stay red, go purple, or go orange, and they're all equally viable options, especially as the card pool expands with later sets. Red is also a little bit different to blue or yellow, in that red doesn't so much have a weak spot as its focus is limited. Lucy in blue is interesting as she has two viable choices for Carter cards. Lucy wants the most excitable girl in play as soon as possible. Adaptive Form 1 facilitates this by searching it out and replacing it should it get neutralized. But it's not like Lucy doesn't appreciate the hyper gained from Rejuvenation Form 1. More hyper means faster to hyperform and faster to drawing cards for advantage. What she gains from blue also depends on what card she goes for. On base, she just gains the ability to break through set cards and buffs via Backsweep Kick and the Equalizer. But should she use the same card as setup suggested for Eloturno, Red Keyflow Form 2 and Blue Rejuvenation Form 1, she can do what he does, heal Energetic Shudo Uke and shuffle her arsenal via Keyflow Form 2. Red naturally ramps Key, and when you look at how much Key she realistically would gain in a game, Rejuvenation Form 1 can either match or exceed Keyflow Form 1. So blue can help Lucy stay in the fight much longer, potentially reuse things more, and doesn't sacrifice hyper. But what about yellow? What does yellow give Lucy? Like Eloturno, she appreciates the exhaust removal, but it's a bit more important for Lucy than it is Eloturno. Where Eloturno wants to fight against mirror matches, Lucy uses it in a similar way to Taichi, but much more aggressively focused. Make damage permanent and stop recursion. She wants the same tools as Eloturno, potentially quick core strike as well, to make it harder for her opponent to heal out of damage and extend the game. Make it so she needs to hit them less times to end the game. However, it's not just that. She can use yellow to punish people attacking her via Backbuster. It might just be 1 damage here, 2 damage there, but it adds up. And unlike her own power modifier on Hyper Lucy, it's unpreventable. It happens when your opponent moves. It might not be as valuable as exhaust removal, but it is an option and one that can contribute to a game plan. Carter is very obvious in choice, as red can shuffle attack cards back into the arsenal, so opportunistic Form 1 isn't as useful here, being more important for mono-yellow builds. Pair red Keyflow Form 2 with yellow Retribution Form 1. Go heavy on the hit effects. Punish your opponent for blocking, especially so once Lucy is Hyper Lucy and chip damage becomes a factor. Lucy is easily the most versatile fighter from A1, and with that, she can adapt to anything. Mono Red gives her more options as the game evolves, but look out for B1 a year from now, where she can copy Sparky's entire gimmick, then offer a similar but different experience. While yellow and blue give her equally viable options. Keep damage on and deprive your opponent of their more important cards, or deal with anything and live forever. So what say you? How do you want to play Lucy? Let's hear it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.